Hello, friends. Another State of the Sound Union address, of course, delivered by Andy Sins, of course, in the most biased way possible, and of course, pertaining to a recently released record. Today, we have the pleasure of traveling to Chicago to visit with a band that was formed in the tail end of the 1980s, and I think they actually released their first EP the following year. Includes two members of a relatively well-known pop punk outfit. Not sure if you've ever heard of Screeching Weasel or a guy named Dan Vapid. Anyway, I'm talking about Sludgeworth. Sludgeworth is most certainly back. I know they released like a 2-song EP a couple years ago, but this past Friday, June the 19th, they released another full length called Second Time Around on a label that is home to a ton of solid bands and is responsible for a plethora of sick records, at least by my count. Dan Vapid is an absolute crooner. He's got an amazing voice, all power, but it carries melody, and he's got some fucking range, friends, if you never heard him. Melodically speaking, the record vocally takes me right back to some of the best Methadone stuff, and I think for me that's a real treat. First was introduced to the Methadones by my buddy Sean. Shout out Boxcar. Hope you're well, dude. The band sounds great. Catchy ass riffs, very cool rhythms, and I love the tone of the guitars throughout. There's also some really nifty solos, fancy showcasing on the part of those guitars as well too. I really enjoyed the drums on this record as well too, just like how they were mixed in, but definitely carried the rhythm as well. The whole record was just like this joyful reassurance packed into 12 songs. I basically just wanted to get up and dance from the hop. When you order something, or you order something to eat, and you hadn't necessarily planned on ordering that specific thing and enjoying it, but when you get it, it's exactly what you needed. That's basically sums up my experience with this record. Some songs of note: Can't Change Yesterday, the opening track. I think this might be my favorite one on the record. Just some real catchy hooks, some really cool drawn out resonant guitar leads. The chorus had me singing along, wanting to know the lyrics immediately. And it just kind of left me with this sense of like optimistic relief, essentially. Simulation. This resonated with me in the sense that I've thought a lot about this concept before, the concept that we're living in a simulation. Even recently, there's quite a bit of literature on that. I mean, obviously we're not a science channel, and look at me. Do I look smart? No. But anyway, it's a cool concept. There's a cool breakdown that includes this subtle voice audio in the background, and it kind of feels like spinning out in the thought of this concept, which I thought was really cool too. Sonically, it's a wicked track too. And then there was another song known as, I think it's called Our Better Angels. Some straight badass guitar playing on this song. Also Hurry Up, I Don't Have Forever, same story. Just some fucking really sick guitar playing. I should probably just go ahead and say that all of these songs are standouts by that logic. Again, the guitar is super cool. I was just pleasantly astounded by the whole thing. In summary, a resounding 4 out of 5 Union votes for this one. Really tempted to go higher, but that's where the Union landed. I believe there's a comment section reserved for complaints to the rep, if you're so inclined. But yeah, Sludgeworth, Second Time Around, out on Red Scare Records on June the 19th, 2026. As always, friends, I appreciate you checking in with the State of the Sound Union. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. Take care of each other, and we will see you again. Bye-bye.